Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Henry. Wow, sure is pretty out here. So I am at Cultus Lake and this is called Spring Bay. I've only been to this spot once, and it was only because Clayton and I were diving elsewhere and somebody messaged him while we were still in the park to say, hey, they lost a pair of sunglasses out in the bay, and they asked if we'd come and get it for them, and it's just by pure chance we were here. And of course the guy said, oh yeah, it's right here, just off. And then it turns out to be, it was like a couple of 100 feet past like that furthest marker you could possibly see. It was just ridiculous. It was out like 130 feet of water or something, and the guy didn't even really know where it was. And yeah, I mean, we got paid for that one, but it was so pointless. Anyway, so I've never actually cleaned here. I just that time I scooted out to grab or to attempt to find the glasses, which I couldn't find. And then but Clayton dives here all the time, and so I don't know the terrain. I don't know what it like. I know what it looks like right there because I scooted that singular path, but I don't know the rest of this bay. I have to kind of assume that it's a bit bowl shaped, but I don't know what the depth is right out here. Apparently it's shallow. I have no idea. We'll find out. I'm going to try to go out in that direction. Got my scooter with me, so I think I'll just scoot it straight out, maybe do a couple of passes and see what I can find. All right, guys, we'll see you in the water. Oh, I forgot. So the dry glove saga kind of continues. So previously I was on these old school SciTech gloves, and they are basically a press fit ring that goes onto my dry suit. So this is the male side, and my dry suit sleeve has the female side, and they kind of and they press fit together like this. And then I developed the leak, and I couldn't figure out. Did a whole bunch of testing. I did a full video, not a full video, but I did a video on it, and covered on how I tested in my backyard in a wheelbarrow full of water, and could not actually figure out exactly where the water was seeping into. So what I did is I went and bought a pair of SciTech pullover gloves that look exactly like this. For quite a few videos you guys saw me just wear these blue gloves recently, and those were the SciTech pullover gloves. And basically, instead of these rings right here, it's got a latex portion that just pulled over the cuff that's on my sleeve, and that worked totally fine for about maybe 5 months or so. And then the glove, the SciTech glove, which are expensive, they're like $100, developed a leak, not because I put a hole in it, but because there's like a rubber portion and then a latex portion, and then it delaminated right in the middle, and it started leaking in the middle of a dive. So I was frustrated. So what I did is I just went and got marigolds, and marigolds are basically these gloves that are kind of like dishwashing gloves. Very common for tech divers to be using these, and but these things, as you can tell, they're like really, really, really fragile. So basically every dive I lose one of these. I poke a hole in them because of the nature of my diving. I just pick things up and I poke a hole in them just through random bits and stuff. So at $5 per glove, so basically they're $10 a pair, and I can use this. This is my left hand, but because divers like to be able to see your hands, so what we do is we wear them inverted, but when you invert them, it goes onto your right hand, right? So basically, if I poke a hole in my left hand, then I can just grab the other glove, flip them over, or use them inverted. Either way, I get one dive out of one glove, so that's no good. That's really expensive as well. So I've bought a new wrist seal on the dry suit side, reset the dry suit cuff, and then so this is a brand new pair of these chemical gloves from Canadian Tire. These are $10 a pair, but these last longer than these guys. So today is a test dive because today is Tuesday, because on Thursday I got a really big dive coming up that I can't fail. My gloves can't fail. So this dive today is as much as getting trashed. It is to test my new gloves or my new seal. We'll see what happens. So as you can see here, by the fact that I have two different color gloves on, that something has gone wrong. I've already done the test. I didn't want to film this part. I just want to get in the water. So I tested the glove and it instantly leaked. So that was not good. basically threw on the other pair of backup gloves, the marigolds, and continue on the dive. So just a bit of a spoiler here. This is not a ton of trash on this dive here. Basically, it was more of a test dive just for me to make sure my gloves, or which glove I'm going to use for the dive that's coming up. So this is a really shallow area. I had to scooter over like a pretty significant weed area, and it was really shallow. We're talking like 10 feet, and the weeds were so tall that I really couldn't see the trash in between them, so I had to kind of scooter a very long way to get away from the weeds so I can actually get into the trash, and I just didn't run into a ton. So you know what? I think I'm just going to let some music play for a change, and just let the video run a little bit. Hope you enjoys this video, guys. Well, as you can tell, the new glove system did not work, or my, not new glove system, but my attempt at resolving my leaking right hand is still a dismal failure. So the next thing that I'm going to do, so I didn't film this because I just wanted to get going. I didn't have my dive vehicle. I put on my dry suit. Sorry, my face is a little frozen. I put on my dry suit, didn't have my scuba tank on, walked into the water, dipped my hand into the water, and instantly felt the water seep in on the right side. Came out of there, and basically, as you can see in the video, I left the blue glove on my left hand, but because my left hand is not the issue, and put the marigold, the thin dishwashing gloves on my right hand, and just continued on the dive. There's not a lot of trash, combined with the fact that the water is just cold. Basically, I came out just a little under 30 minutes. I got about half a bag of trash here, and I got a new sign. Check this out. So obviously, some of you guys know that my dives are now sponsored by Pacific Pilsner. There's your social media handle. Check it out. So basically, if passerby, I mean, today's a quiet day here, but passerby can see what I'm doing, and aside from my normal sign, which is how you can help, and then on this side I got my caution diver at work sign, and then obviously got the very pretty little sign here. I'm super happy with that. Okay, so there's a half bag of trash. Let me show you what I got. Okay, there we go. That's the trash. 16 pounds of garbage. It looks like we got 13 beer cans, 12 glass bottles. This Coke bottles here is pretty old. It looks like it's pretty old. I mean, they're all kind of junk. Couple of golf balls. I actually found 3 golf balls, but I lost one of them. And that looks like what appears to be a drink holder. That suction cup, probably meant for a paddle board. And 1 pair of sunglasses. There's a mom yelling at her kid next to me, so if there's some extra noise, that's what's happening over there. The park ranger just arrived. I better throw all my garbage right into the lake again. Mr. Rob Wilson is the area supervisor, is a good buddy of mine. Came down to see what I'm doing. Anyway, that's it for the dive today. Not a ton of trash, but had to come out and test my glove system for the big dive on Thursday, so stick around for that video. Thank you so much for my Patreon supporters, and thanks again for Pacific Pilsner. Check out their product at your local store. All right, see you guys in the next one.